Morning, YouTube. Got some things coming up, but been on several recoveries lately. Been having a lot of fun with it. Enjoy meeting the different hunters, hearing their hilarious stories of how they shot the deer and all that good stuff, and their history of hunting and stuff like that is always intriguing to me. Just meeting fellow sportsmen. It's always fun. Not sure when I'll be able to start producing videos of my recoveries themselves. It's kind of a lot going on as a one-man show. I guess I could always just strap my GoPro to me and set up some cameras on my tailgate and all that good stuff, but I tend to get in, get my drone in the air, get to work. So I will try to do a better job of that so I can share the process and the fun and excitement that goes along with it. The one last night was really hilarious. I just walked in the door from work, get a call, and my wife's walking out the door to go to work at the same time. My kids are like, "Hey, Daddy's home," and then I'm like, "Hey, well, we got to get in the truck and go." And they're like, they weren't excited, so that added a little bit of dynamic to the mix. So then we get there. It's about 20 minutes away, which was pretty close, so that was awesome. Get there, it's dark already. My searchlight is not in yet. It should be in by Friday. I got shipping notification the other day, but that will help me tremendously. But anyway, so we get to this call. The guy was 100% certain that he annihilated the front shoulder and that this deer wasn't moving. So tells me the story. He shoots the deer. It drops instantly, gets up, runs 25 yards, falls again. He waits a little bit to give it a little bit of time to chill out, and gets off his stand, walks up to it, and rather than to shoot it again while he was just standing there admiring it as it's still moving around, he I don't know what he does, but it hops up and takes off. And so he panicked and called me. I got there. Let's see, he said he shot it at 4. I got there at 5:50, so less than 2 hours later. And the deer, when I get my drone in the air, I find it in like 2 minutes. It's just curled up under a tree. I can see it sitting there. I can see it still breathing, still moving its head. I'm like, all right, well, here it is. I don't know how bad it's injured, but I find it, give him the coordinates of where it is. He puts it in his phone, loads up his headlamp, and said, "I'm going to walk to it." I'm like, all right, well, it can get up and run. It's like, I'm going to get up there and we'll see. It's like, okay, well, it's still moving, so up to you what you do at that point. He gets to it. I'm flying my drone to it because it's pitch black and there's a lot of down trees in the woods he's at. And he gets about 30 yards from it, and I just panned over on my drone to see where he was. I could see him coming, and then I look back, pivot back over to the deer, and I see the heat signature still on the ground, exact same shape, spot, all that good stuff. But then I also see what looks like another deer walking right beside it and headed off through the woods. So he gets to it. I text him, tell him to stop. I'm like, "Hey, it should be right at your feet." And he's like, "There's nothing here." I'm like, "Okay, so that was the one that walked off. So stop, don't move. Let me look for it again." So I find it, I don't know, maybe 50 yards away. It was, just cruising very, very slowly. It's limping. It's obvious that it's injured, but it's not going to expire. It wasn't a fatal shot. He never found blood, which he told me later. I didn't ask that question up front because of this. The story he told me was, he took it out pretty good, and I was like, okay, cool. It's not going to be moving much, but anyway, beside the point. That thing, I watched him chase it through the woods for, 30 minutes. Had to change batteries a few times, and I was just like, hey, man, you're going to chase this thing all night. It's not going to die. Best bet is to back out, go home, get some rest, get back in your stand in the morning, and when it comes back to its scrape land, its territory, its turf, to feed in the morning, you can pop it. He's like, okay. So he was a little disappointed. I gave him an insane discount just because I kind of felt bad for the guy. I will never charge full price on something like that. Just it was an interesting experience, to say the least, but it was enjoyable. I had fun. My kids, not so much. They were very patient with Daddy, but when I got back to tell them we were leaving, they were more than excited. It was beyond dinner time, and they were pretty upset with Daddy. But anyway, they did a great job. We went home, had dinner, all that good stuff, and so that's kind of a long form of what went down yesterday. I have a feeling he's going to text me later today and tell me he found it and it came back, and hopefully he puts a clean shot on it and sends it home. All right, y'all. I will see you on the next one. I am headed to work. See ya.